Hello, Lute Circle. I know I'm not an active member at the minute, but I do hope to come back soon if there's space. So what I want to do now, if you don't mind, is share another of these crazy Rupert thoughts that may be appropriate or may be deeply dangerous, in which case Jacob will call it out and say, please don't do that, which is fine. And it's to do with the little finger, and it's making a huge difference to my playing, but that may simply reflect the problems that already existed in my playing, and hopefully you don't have those. But I've been doing a lot of work for the last couple of months on the downstroke, trying to get a really nice, consistent movement, relaxed movement, letting the weight of the arm, as Jacob always says, getting it to pivot from the elbow, and of course the other end pivot being the little finger, rather than twisting a hand. And I've always regarded the little finger as simply being a sort of physical support for the hand, so that it doesn't go like that. And obviously it provides a bit of stability, but nothing more than that. Really a very passive part of the process. And I realise it isn't. If you are simply aware of it when you're playing, that's the first step, just to be aware of it, what it's doing. And you're not pressing or pushing or consciously moving muscles in that finger, but that finger is working like a kind of shock absorber. I think that's the way of putting it. So if you're doing a downstroke, it's not your hand, your thumb, or your arm that stops the stroke. It is the little finger, acting like a shock absorber. So there's that bit of sort of supportive give and take. And that has made huge difference to my thumb playing. I can play with a much more consistent tone and far less twanging and brittle sound. But I then discovered it works on the upstrokes as well. Whether it's as a shock absorber, I'm not quite certain. I suppose it could be. If you're into physics, you'd know. But again, thinking about it, not pushing, not working it, but thinking about how it interacts with the fingers when they're going in the opposite direction. And for me, it means that I can play repeated chords with a nice consistent tone and volume, certainly better than it used to be, and it helps with individual notes. And it's all to do with just thinking and feeling it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not using it, anything like that. So there we are. Jacob, if that's wrong, call it out, please. I don't want to be responsible for ruining anybody's technique, but it made a massive difference to me. I hope I've explained it reasonably well, and I hope I'll be able to demonstrate it soon in a piece of music in a Lute Circle event. But until then, hope everybody's well. Bye.